and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are going to learn how to make a mixed berry cobbler. I found this recipe on Instagram and it seems pretty easy to follow, and it has minimal ingredients, which I'm excited about. And also I figured since we are nearing the end of summer, this would be a great recipe to try to celebrate the end of summer. And I also had some strawberries in the refrigerator, so I'm like, what should I do with these so they don't go bad? And I stumbled on this recipe and it seems pretty simple enough to follow. So if you guys are ready, then let's get started. So for the ingredients, what we'll need are some strawberries. I got my blackberries, my blueberries, and my raspberries. You'll need some flour, some sugar. I got milk in here, your baking powder, your baking soda, and salt. I have that in here. You'll need 1 stick of butter, a lemon for some lemon zest, some cornstarch, and on their recipe it calls for turbinado sugar. I didn't really know what that was, so when I went to the store, it literally does say turbinado raw cane sugar, so it's raw cane sugar. So now I know that. So those are the ingredients that we will be using. So before we begin putting all of our ingredients together, let's make sure we turn on our oven. The oven needs to be at 350. Okay, so we're gonna need to cut our butter into some small pieces. And please note that the recipe calls for the butter to be cold butter. In a mixing bowl, we are going to add our dry ingredients. So we're going to go ahead and add our flour, baking powder, baking soda, and salt. And we're going to add the sugar. And now we're going to go ahead and add the cold butter. So once we add the cold butter, we're going to use our hands to kind of mix it in there, and it wants it to be kind of like crumbly. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, now that the butter has been mixed into our flour, it's supposed to look something like this. So this is what they mean when the consistency should be crumbly. Now that we have our dry ingredients mixed with our butter, we're gonna go ahead and mix in our milk. So we're gonna mix in the flour with the milk. Now the the recipe does state to make sure we don't over mix. We want it lumpy and clumpy. Okay, something like that. In a baking dish, we're gonna add all of our ingredients together. Before I do, I am going to add a little bit of oil. I'm gonna oil up my pan, or grease up my pan, so it doesn't stick. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and add our strawberries. We're gonna add our blueberries. We're gonna add our blackberries. And we're gonna add our raspberries. Now we're gonna add more sugar. We're also going to add the raw cane sugar. And we're gonna add some lemon zest. Now, I don't have those zesters, but I'm just gonna use a cheese grater. This usually works for me just fine. Okay, we're gonna give this a good mix. Now that we've given it a good mix, we're gonna go ahead and add our batter. Okay, now this is gonna go into the oven for about 35 minutes. All right, so after about 35 minutes, you can take your cobbler out and it should look something like this. Now remember, everyone's oven is a little bit different. It took me more so between 35 and 40 minutes at 350 for my oven. So just continuously check after the 35 mark, just check to see if it's done. But mine is done, and so now I'm excited to try it. All right, now it's time to try it, and I added a little bit of ice cream to mine. That's optional. You don't have to add ice cream to your cobbler, but it does make it taste even that much better. This is absolutely delicious. I definitely recommend this recipe. It is easy to follow. It doesn't have a lot of ingredients, and it's perfect for the end of summer treat. Well, that is it for my video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was a lot of fun to make. It was very easy to follow as well. I highly recommend it. I will list all of the ingredients down below in the description box, as well as I will tag the person of where I found this recipe from. Please comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. We are here to learn. We are here to get more confident and comfortable in the kitchen, and if I can do this recipe, so can you guys. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys on my next video. Bye everyone.